There will be a lot of fighting, though. Yeah, that's true. Yes, it's true. There will be a lot of fighting. There, exactly. I count me in. So as we see Kathak, Eldritch Parasite, character exclusive, random item custom character. Oh man, I wanted. So I'm doing the same custom character again, and yes, yeah. Anywho, we'll do one more run with this character, and then we'll move on. So we have to be on Eldritch Parasite, which is a little unfortunate, but could be a lot worse. Could be Fatalist Zektast, could be Fatalist Azal, could be Curious Birthmark Zektast, or Herald with immediate thingamajiggy, but I think we're... Oh, Kathak. I almost picked that. So as we get into Kathak, Eldritch Parasite, character exclusive, random item custom character, yeah, this is going to be a video in which... I mean, I can talk about some things that have been happening on this channel. Takshisan, knowledge, charisma, light, second encounter, and maybe dexterity check? But we're on Eldritch Parasite anyway, so it doesn't matter. But... yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be playing the same games I'm playing. It's just that I am currently focused on, I guess, the research side of game dev, because you're not always just, sitting around and programming something, or even making notes, although I am writing notes in this case. But essentially, I am looking into certain plot designs, specifically when writing plot or characters, as we see Recluse, Ward... oh, really? Recluse, Ward, Nails? And then Phantasms and Silhouette. So yeah, we're going to be doing a bunch of skipping around. That being said, yeah, so we definitely take Nails first. I think Boss is still worse than any forced encounter in Silhouette. For Phantasms, though, we can at least dodge that, but it's still pretty dicey. But let me just do some fishing. Well, I mean, we can autopilot while we fish. We're fishing for those who don't know, we are fishing for Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spirit, although Gruesome Totem will help lower Doom as well. But yeah, I was doing some research, and so I'm kind of in my inspired phase, if that makes any sense, where I'm trying to look into if something will work, and therefore I am reading some fictional works to see if it works as I expect. And by that, I mean, I look into what the audience of said fictional works likes or dislikes or has criticisms or their opinions, and see if it resonates with what I want to make. So, well, yeah, and I usually try not to name names on this channel, so just know that that's the kind of research I'm doing, which I think does have its use, because again, you're not always sitting down programming game. You probably are, but at some point you want to, not contemplate, but definitely plan things in some way. Now, sometimes you can be planning a lot during the middle, or maybe you're planning a lot at the beginning, and then you kind of do some incremental checks here and there, but most of your checking or planning is in the beginning. I am the former type, in which I usually, do things, and then I stop, I do some research, or I write down some notes. Wow, we are not getting Mind Drain or Ghostly Spirit at all, eh? But yeah, I mean, but I sometimes get a burst of inspiration, and then I usually try to check it. Even when I feel like I have something complete, not just like a whole thing, but when I say, oh, this is what I want to do, I kind of take a period of time no longer than 2 days to kind of sit on what I have completed. Finally get Mind Drain. 40% Doom, but keep in mind we do have Recluse, and I think we also have Ward. So, actually, it would be in my best interest to grab the Ghostly Spear. And then keep in mind we have Gruesome Totem, but we'll wait for our Reason to drop. We do have Mind Drain, so our max Reason is going to be the thing that decreases, which means that... oh, please tell me this is 2... okay, or 1 funds, that's nice too. Who's our ally? Doesn't matter. And yeah, off we go. So basically, I lose 3 casts of Mind Drain because of the Gruesome Totem, but depends on how low my max Reason is. Just saying really quickly, though, I do often not use Mind Drain and or Ghostly Spear enough in an Eldritch Parasite run. I need to say that whole sentence because it's very specific to this case, and having Eldritch Parasite, and in this case having the Gruesome Totem. Nice 11 roll game. But that allows me to equip the Gruesome Totem without needing to worry much else. And hey, look, our Doom is a little bit better. I finished First Mysteries at like 39, 40% Doom, I'm sure. But you get the point. Anywho, let's actually see what else. I think Forest, let's see, Phantasms and Silhouette. I don't remember where we go most of the time. Well, hey, we're gonna find out. So, keeping in mind we also have Ward and Recluse, so I guess we'll just throw the patrols in the hospital, because I know Ward will have some, and I think Silhouettes takes me to the hospital too. But I think this is a lot of downtown investigations, if I recall. I guess we'll see. Phantasms has some other locations that I'm forgetting, but nah. Also, while we could take a bunch of damage, yeah, so now we're at our max reason threshold. If I don't, I should have actually equipped the bat. I'm going to throw the bat instead, and yeah, let's just get our free kicks. This is pretty much always free. You always have 4 damage on demand on Harbinger, because prep, kick, and neither prep or kick really get slowed down unless you're Haru with nicotine withdrawal, but with normal time speed, with a 100% time speed multiplier, prep kick is your go-to, or double boost kick if you want to save some time units and do something else, because that still leaves you 2 actions to use. But if you want to save time and you're not going to do anything else, just prep kick, or double boost kick, or double boost kick twice, however you want to say it. That being said, we do want to save on stamina if possible. Having the bat, equipping the bat instead would have probably been better, but I think I'd still rather take reason damage here. And then, as always, do 2 guaranteed kicks, I guess is the more accurate phrase. I missed my handcuffs, so I guess we're fighting this boss normally. I think I'm the only person who does handcuff tech and misses it 1 out of 20 times, but, you know. Not that I can really do much more else more here, so we're gonna mind drain again and just take our out. I might as well save the handcuffs for Ward then, if this is the case. That's the rationale there. If I knew I didn't have any other human enemy to fight, I would have handcuffed that encounter to save on 1 cast of mind drain. We could also choose to take Recluse. I guess we could do that instead. Because we can just take the hit to the face and then mind drain the roommate away. Or, you know, if our reason drops low enough during the course of this mystery, we can just mind drain. But I'm pretty sure I don't get to do that, because you need at least 4 mind... I was going to say 3. I think if I had to guess, 4 mind drains. On a kind of tangent note, we can gamble this, because I can just cast... I might as well just lose the reason here, if I'm going to lose reason regardless. That way I don't have to lose stamina, if that makes any sense. But what I was going to say is, so essentially taking the stuffed toy here allows you to visit the tree for free, because you get a curse and then you can remove the curse, if you care so much about the stuffed toy. Also, I just reminded myself that we have phantasms, so our doom could be a lot worse, but we'll see when it actually happens. So, the fleshy toy does raise your max reason, but... Or does it? I can't remember. But I want the curse removal again instead. I probably should play around with the max reason toy. I just realized something. But anywho. Yeah, we can't really do this. So we might as well just mind drain again. Shadow Shroud is an interesting pick, but unless we get the thingy, the stone statues, and even then, it only really affects downtown because it affects the location that you're currently standing on? Question mark. Anywho, I don't use Shadow Shroud. Does Shadow Shroud affect you while you're in an event, and therefore it would affect the location that you're investigating? I would assume so, right? Because basically, I'm thinking that maybe. I was thinking that maybe the game reads whatever location you're at from the town screen instead of trying to read it from the event screen, because there are different variables there. But I don't know how that works anyway. Anywho, moving on. I could double up on dexterity here. I think I do have a dexterity check, by the way. So you know what? We'll put an 8 in dexterity for what it matters. Just making sure I took the bath, and off to Ward I go. But yeah, nothing really much else to say. So if aside from the bumbling, so the reason why this video was late, without really, you know, just getting straight to the point, is that 1, I overslept, and 2, I wanted to be safe with my body, so that's why I overslept. Actually, I decided to sleep in because I did not feel my body was in the best condition. Even though I could have recorded, which is why my post said the thing that it did, which was, yeah, it would sound funny to hear me record while sick. I think you've heard me record while sick before, but not while I'm terribly sick. But yeah, just being safe with my buddy. Now I feel a lot better now. Yeah, without going too deep into it, essentially I am taking medicine for myself right now. So it is literally accurate for someone to say to me, hey, Jordan, take your meds. Although you still have to use them responsibly. And with the directions given to you by, you know, the person who tells you to use said medication. So, again, it's not like I'm terribly ill or anything. It's just, well, although it was a bit serious. It was a bit serious. But anywho. I can take this all damage to the face. The question is, do I want to? If considering I have so Phantasms has been a very big mystery on my mind, and we're gonna have it throughout this whole series because I like keeping the mysteries that have been made. You know, if someone makes 1 or 2 mysteries or a handful, I usually am just gonna keep them. And by this, we will be specific here. So Haspin made a lot of mysteries, and so I don't want to. If this makes any sense, I don't know if this is fair or unfair towards either toward anyone, but. If we're just saying so big, or I could say it more generically, but let's say the name if we're mentioning it. So Haspin made a lot of mysteries. I don't want 20 Haspin mysteries. I will probably do that at some point for out of self-interest because I'm interested in it. That sounds negative, but essentially I don't want 20 mysteries made by one person. In this case, Haspin, and then like 10 mysteries made by 5 different people because that kind of I want a variety just to get my taste buds. I was going to say a phrase, but I didn't think of what to say. Anywho, let's mind drain our way out of this. Can we even mind drain our way out of this? We can with 90 kicks. 90% kicks. Well, let's roll the dice and see. 73.2%? I remember this. I think that's correct. Now I just want to make sure. So by that, I mean... So what I just said was the odds of hitting 90% 3 times is 73.2%. Wait, let's check my work really quickly as we run into the patient here. Or you, and in the calculator you would do this by, so just to show my work out loud, never mind, it's 72.9%, I'm going absolutely crazy, but you do 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9, or 0.9 to the power of 3, and if I'm wrong, well that's why I said it out loud, so that you understand. I think we just take 2 reason damage again, essentially, because otherwise we take a bunch of stamina damage, which we could do, but I could also alternatively I have to do 90% kicks again. I missed the 3rd kick. Well, I mean, I did 72.9% twice, so we were gonna... That was a coin flip, basically, in terms of the total RNG I've taken this run. I'm still gonna go for a handcuff. I'm just gonna do 90% kicks for giggles. And off we go. I'm on Kathak, right? So I couldn't even run even if I wanted to run, so... Yeah, I do need to make the most of what I have. Although, Ghostly Spear would be nice, but that's not what's going to happen, is it? So, if I looting into cigarettes, that would allow me to kick 4 times and maybe get a brick, but... I mean, this so... Funny enough, for this character, or a character with these perk packs specifically, having the meat time perk pack absolutely means you're going to get destroyed during an Eldritch Parasite run, because your perks are useless, pretty much. I don't think they're... Yeah, your perks are useless. Aside from events. I mean, that's the kind of the exception. But the exception that proves the rule, if that makes any sense. So, Phantasm, Silhouettes. I'm going to take Silhouettes first, because I think we're forced into encounters here? I don't remember. Well, let's find out. And is it me, or is this BGM a lot louder than the vanilla Mysteries BGM? Because this is a BGM from... Vigil? I don't remember. Anywho. You know what? We will take reason damage, so I can use Mind Drain. If I'm going to lose max reason, I might as well take reason damage now. This does mean I am banking on the odds that I run into... I'm going to run into at least 2 more encounters, although 3 reason doesn't lend itself, to a lot of Mind Drain casts. In fact, this is probably not even enough. I probably should have equipped the brick. I really should have equipped the brick, but at this point... Well, actually, we still have max reason to use, so you know what? It's fine. But the brick probably could have gotten me out sooner, especially with random item stats, so let me just look at the brick now. Also, Maria is giving us cigarettes, and yeah, this is a very, very fast brick, by the way. And that's a funny sentence to say. But, anywho, learn with me. Hey, I'm losing more reason. Now, I don't want to lose too much reason, But yeah, let's see. Oh, we do have mansion investigations, by the way. But Doom is the least of my worries. I'm worried about my reason right now. So let's hope we lose stamina instead. No, okay, so from this video, if there's anything I learned as we continue visiting max threat level locations, it's that Silhouette removes a lot of reason. Because I think those are both unavoidable reason losses, so... Shrug! I could scream a name from the heavens, but yeah, so this is a Haspet! I can't live like... Oh wow, that's just extra. So I just lost 7 reason. I talk about RNG all the time, but literally just slap myself in the face. I guess the one consolation prize out of a few for Silhouettes is that if you're on Knight Errant, you will always get ending A, although the damage you take is probably not in your favor. But it depends, right? If you have a lot of reason, it's in your favor. If you don't have a lot of reason and you're dying like I am, yeah, it's kind of bad. I should smoke cigarettes now, but we'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait. So, we'll wait until we can react, I think, because a lot of the encounters, or custom, or the event-linked encounters are tied to the mystery in Phantasm. So if we fail this, wow, I keep forgetting to look check. Among other events, but essentially when you fail events in Phantasms, you end up fighting enemies, which means that you can wait until you fail and then smoke cigarettes. Again, a very small thing, and this is a general rule for any custom events or mysteries that happen to... Wow, okay, that's something to note. That Doom Decrease and Funds, hey. But essentially, yeah, because these are all linked events, which means I know I'm not going to run into an encounter because we're forced into a mystery-specific event for Phantasms. And Phantasms, again, when you fail events, you can use the pack of cigarettes if you're specifically doing that. But any other thing, like say you want to heal stamina or reason, and you don't want a desperate struggle because you can save resources or something, or you don't want to take some kind of risk, then you can use those items, in this case the cigarettes, and then benefit from them before you enter battle. Whereas if you hit the, well, that's right, that's a luck check, right? And if there's something second to learn as I combo break myself. It's that the right checks here risk Doom, or our luck checks. Sorry, our luck checks. I'm going crazy. But yeah, we haven't already smoked the pack of cigarettes. We want to smoke them now. I think I did beforehand anyway, just to be certain, because I don't remember how many linked events there are. But now I kind of wish I had leadership, because if I lose any more reason, I might die at the lighthouse, and if I have both reason checks, I need to make sure, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, because we get to mind drain perfectly here. Note I have not been doing double boost kicks. That I'm just trying to save time because I know I need 4 damage. But again, it's not really something that bad to learn, so we're just going to take that in the face. Doom decreases when you take the quicker way out, but I think that's not ending. Yeah, ending C. So on Knight Errant, your Doom does increase overall, but you're fighting encounters that slap you in the face, so... If you need the experience, sure, but usually you want to be a combat-oriented character before taking... going for ending A, basically. Or trying to purposely fight the bosses. But as we enter the lighthouse with 56% Doom, we can't use any of that Doom because, yeah, we're on Eldritch Parasite. But the important thing is that I have at least 5 reason and 9 stamina. I'm shrugging in real life, but that's all I really need to say. Also, how many mind drains do we have? Now I'm just curious. Okay, we had 2 more left. But it doesn't matter because, I mean, I could just sit here and take this in the face. So, shrug. Yeah, Takshi-san could literally sit on me on the ground, and we would still have enough Doom. We could camp with Takshi-san for the remainder of the day, and we'd still have enough Doom. I mean, if you want to really consider how long each mystery takes, I mean, if each mystery takes 20% Doom, then it takes you, you know, a day or maybe a few days or maybe 5 days, or X days, X being the number of investigations you do, to complete a mystery. But anywho, it doesn't really matter. I don't remember anyway. But hey, at least in the run I expected to lose because it's an Eldritch Parasite run, even though we have Mind Drain. Which I consider very good for Eldritch Parasite, if you get it quickly, obviously. And note that our Doom would have been a lot lower as OBS freezes for a moment with the game. Because we grinded for Mind Drain for like 20-30% Doom. That being said, we also used the Gruesome Totem, so we had 10% more Doom, and I think we had some extra Doom decreases. But yeah, without further ado, you know what to do. If you have anything to say, if you want to give some comments here and there, if you want to see some custom content, I will be getting to them. So usually if you mention a character, a mystery, or an event, it'll eventually be added, but we'll see. This series is definitely going to go over 100 episodes with the way I'm playing. But anyway, not going to take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later if I don't stumble on my words. Bye!